Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, and today have I got something for you. Today we're going to be hopping into the Fuherreich mod, thanks to a suggestor-requestor. Just in case you guys are a little bit clueless, suggestor-requestor is something we have here on the channel, where you guys in the community will make a suggestion or a request, and I follow through with it. And today's suggestion comes from Ironblood Enjoyer, who asks us to try out the Fuherreich mod and play as the Russian republics. The goal is defeat the Soviets and join the Allies against the Germans. Now, I will be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure how well this is going to go, but it sounds like a fun challenge nonetheless, and we do have a man with a sexy mustache. If you want me to play a mod of your suggestion, make sure to comment down below for the next suggestor-requestor. But for now, in the Fuherreich mod, let's get cracking as Grigory Simonov of the Russian Republic. And we're starting off in the game. Now, a very quick recap, if you're not familiar with Fuherreich, basically the Allies won the war, and I think the Brits came out on top in it, leaving the Dutch Reich becoming this in 1930, and everything else kind of being as is. I'm not entirely sure what happened to the Russians, but they had the Civil War, and the Russian Republic ended up getting taken all the way over here, but they are guaranteed and protected by Japan. Now, very much like Kaiserreich and every other Reich, the focuses are locked behind events, which means you cannot touch any other event, and I can only touch one part of my focus tree, which is this, the Old Guard. I'm going to work my way through this, and if anything interesting pops up, like a lot of Kaiserreich stuff tends to, I'll keep you in the know. Oh, I like that. Continuation of stability. Remove the -10 political population factor. Political, recruitable. That's amazing. And as I was literally talking about it 5 seconds ago, we have this, the Exile, a story of the Russians and what happened to them up till now. And you can pause, you can read this part if you want to, but essentially World War I happened, the Russians had their thing, 1920 they had the white versus the red war in Russia, but what was different is the white Russians got put out to here, and the Americans sent 30,000 troops to aid them. The Japanese sent 70,000 troops, and even it said something here about, you know, the Japanese, the Czechs, the US, Italy, the UK, and France, all, as well as Polish and Canadians, came over to help the Russian Republic. It's time for Russia to join the West and finally unite. We need to take the Soviet Union and repay the favor our allies gave to us. We need to restore the Republic, get rid of the Union, and push into Germany to put the Falkist dog down. Hell yeah, that sounds like a fun task. Also, I have nothing. I have 9 divisions, which can barely hold this line. I have 17 factories, of which 2 are naval and 6 are military, and I've already done my research. There's nothing new with the research. There's so many negatives. Russian emigres, outdated military, democratic opposition, and allied Eastern Russian Commission. My god, I am getting hurt severely. I need to fix Russia. Dude, this is crazy. I'm not even 6 full months into a campaign, and my leader is already dead and I have a new one. Essentially, Smedov was smuggling, or he was caught like stealing money, and everyone found out there was like a little rebellion within the parliament or in the government, and they got an event saying, he's dead, you now have a new leader. And I was given this, National Council of Salvation, which also grants me a brand new tree. Again, everything's kind of locked behind focuses, but I can choose my focus. The Union of Regeneration, which allows strikes. It's very socialist, not sure I want it. We have Union of the Salvation for the Motherland, and it's very militaristic, which also seems maybe very Valkist. I don't want to go Valkist, obviously, but I do like something that's very, you know. Or National Center, which is constitutional monarch, cut the red tape, attract immigrants, social conservatism, with a monarch at the helm. I feel like maybe that would be good and for the best, but if I'm to attack the Germans, I need military buffs. Okay, you know what? I'm still going to go National Center. I'm going to go National Center for the sake of it. National Center, economy, army, then going after the Soviets. I feel like that's the game plan. Yep, I'm going to do that. That's my plan. I'm going to follow that. So we're working our way through, and it's now the year of 1938, and we now have a leader, Kirill I, who does not have a profile picture, but we now have a monarch, a king of the Russian Empire. Also, France is at war with Italy. I don't know why these two kicked off, but they kicked off, and the Kingdom of Serbia is huge under Alexander. Other than that, things are still going pretty standard. I'm now working my way down the tree. I'm going to denounce the traitors, cut the red tape, and then after that, I'm going to start pushing down to prepare against the Soviets' treat. I've fixed my economy mostly, so where I've only got the modern engine of war left to do and the reinvigorated economy, which are both very nice. And in turn, they will get rid of this, or they will boost this engine of war, and they will remove economic crash, which is very much needed. After that, maybe I'll push down the line of improving my military so I can finally get rid of outdated military and turn that around so I can bite the Soviet onion, but I need to go to war before 39. So I'm just going to push in my focuses, get it done, and I suppose I'll see you when we eventually kick off against the Soviets. And it has finally begun. We are now here in April 39. The Russian Empire has declared war upon the Union of Soviet Socialists. My 24 against their... Oh, mama. I am in for the long one. I am in for a long one. My god, war propaganda, please. This is going to be difficult. I'm hoping I can maybe cause a rebellion. One can only hope. I just need to just focus on doing my thing. I'm pushing. I'm hoping this doesn't backfire. It probably will. Also, like Kaiserreich, they also have a division cap. Mine's currently sitting at 38, so we're just going to have to wait and see, and if I can top that up. Again, I am focusing on equipment, so I don't really have much. But surprisingly, my divisions... never mind. My divisions were doing good. Now not so much. I'm just hoping my divisions can beat the smithereens out of the Soviet divisions. That would be nice if that could be the case. It's time to start pushing. It's time for the Russian Empire to wake up and the bear to awaken. It's the white bear versus the red bear. Place your bets. So ever since our declaration of war, everything's just kind of hit the fan. Literally not long after, Germany went on a mad one and just declared on everyone, and France capped immediately. This is now the Dutch nation. This is, the German nation, or the Deutsch nation, and their allies. France capped immediately. Italy walked away with the south, and these guys are rolling in funds. Look at those. Look at that army. 135,230 versus the 145. Now, I'm hoping that this means I can now start to push. I'm going to activate this. I did build a supply hub over here, and I'm in the process of doing one over here. But at the end of the day, I can't wait, really. I don't want to wait. I don't want the Germans to take everything like they are now. I do have player-led conferences on, and I feel like that's going to save my skin a little bit here. But hopefully the Germans can be the, can be our buffer. I'm hoping they can be my distraction. I'm just going to try and roll in and see if I can't walk away with Soviet Union and reclaim my lands. That's the plan, at least. Now, this is what I'm talking about. We're finally making some moves. I decided just to push relentlessly, regardless of losses, and it's really turned in my favor. Like, drastically turned in my favor. It's probably because they were all over here and they had no supply over here in Siberia, but I was absolutely crushing them to the point of where they have now dropped down to 1.1 million losses, and 150 divs have turned between 50 and 73. Me, on the other hand, I have a participation of 30%, and unfortunately, I won't be able to continue down my focus line taking Moscow because the Germans have pushed into Moscow. Well, they're about to very soon. I'm just clearing up Siberia, and then once I've finished up the patchwork over here, I'm going to try and get in a peace treaty, and maybe it's my lucky day. I hope it's my lucky day. I've got no more units. I'm very much struggling on equipment right now, and my factories, I'm trying to get them working overtime. Supply is but a dream away. Supply is only a dream. Like in the famous words of the rapper Nelly, only just a dream. Thinking about her, thinking about me, thinking about us, what we gonna be. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment, okay? I'm in the land of Delulu. This playthrough sent me into delirium, okay? Sometimes when in Russia, go crazy. And the first part of our task has finally come true. We defeated the Russians, however, so did the Germans, and the Germans have decided that they want to take a really big chunk, because this totally seems justified, huh, Germany? Not like I've got the power to go against you right now, is it? Right, I'm going to take exactly what I can. I'm going to take as much land, as much territory as absolutely possible for me. I am going to be duking it out with the Germans for the remainder territory. I don't think this is going to go in my favor at all, but, you know, a man can dream, a man can hope. Oh, that's all he can do. And as sad as it is, this is literally all I could walk away with. I just realized I didn't have player led on, so unfortunately I have to deal with in-game base treaties, and this is literally it. Germany took everything. Literally everything. I'm still stuck in the middle of bloody nowhere. The Dutch Reich took 91, the Russians took 22, Nippon took 1. What the bloody hell did Japan take? Oh, it must have been this island here, right? That would make a lot of sense if they did. Otherwise, I've got no idea what they took. But I need to be careful because the Germans also have the Japanese in their faction as well. So that's different gravy, different sauce, a whole other section of beans that I'm not sure I want to open, I'm going to be honest. But we now have that, and I'm about to complete my last focus here. I can't do anything more on this line because I need to take Moscow, which means I need to invade Germany to complete that, and I need to do these, which is just basic like research bonuses and stuff, but other than that it's not a whole lot. I'm gonna have to make this the most infrastructure based place in the world. I'm gonna have to put forts on all my borders and then eventually provoke the eagle and hope that at the same time the Americans decide they want to have a chance and go after the Germans. The Brits are already in. The Serbs are already in. The Spanish are already in. Please drag the Americans in, I believe. America, please come and help. Okay, so the cookie is crumbled, and it's not crumbled in a way that's good for me. This is the situation, okay? Basically, the Germans have won. The Brits surrendered. They have won everything. This is a campaign victory for them. The UK has fled to Canada. America is still isolation. Now, I've been looking around, and Fengtian, or Manchuria, only has probably about 170 divisions, whereas I, on the other hand, have 78. But I have a cap of 161. I'm just going to keep silently building, and then when I'm ready, I'm going to invade China. I can justify on them, as you can see. I'm going to justify on China, take out China, expand. Take out India, expand. Get all of that territory so I can build a mega army, and then once I've got that, I'm going to challenge Germany. Because look, Germany's Russian puppet, 161. Germany, 312. French puppet, 208. Italy, 261. Britain, 48. It's crazy. Ukraine, 45. Poland, 59. I need numbers. Not to mention they've also got Japan as part of their cult with 300. So I'm looking at fighting an army of nearly 1,000 divisions with only 60, 70. I need to bulk up. This is going to be a long campaign. I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to do what I must. We're going to grow, baby. We're going to grow. And just like that, it is time to rock and roll. The justification of conquering Yilan for the Russian Empire has finished. We're going to go ahead, declare the war. They are being visited by foreigners, but not guaranteed, which is fantastic. And we're going to go ahead and just send everyone in. I'm hoping by doing this I can push them. It seems to be a fairly easy victory. If I can just take China, take this land, I'm going to use it for development, and we're just going to build on build on build, and hopefully at some point claim their population too. That'd be nice. And we're finally making some good moves in China. As you can see, we've pushed past Beijing and we are now pushing into the mainland. This part here, over here in Qing, the Qing area, was so much easier because they didn't have any supply. Although now I did manage to pocket a large chunk of them over here in Mukden, and there's less on the defending side for the moment. But as it stands, when I've got supply, I outperform. When they don't have supply, I decimate. For the most part, though, this is good. This is a good campaign. I'm pushing down to Nanjing. Hopefully, I can clear them out, and hopefully they can collapse fairly soon. Yeah, look, whoa! I took them from 160 down to 38 after I pocketed their whole army up here. Oh, that's sick. I can't wait. I need to get in on it. I need more. And after grinding away so hard for so long, we have finally done it. The Fengtian clique has capitulated, giving us 50% of the access, 300,000. Don't mind if I do. And you know what we're going to do? Take all states, and of course, take all states. Never mind, I can't do it all in one go. I'll do it in a minute. And just like that, China has been eaten and the Russian Empire has grown. Now, this isn't where it ends. Yes, I now have an infantry cap of 275, but I still can't hold a candle to the Russians and the Germans, which means I need to do more. It's 1953. Baby, I'm invading India. Please bear with me. Have patience. I'm invading India. I'm taking all of India. I'm going to develop all the land that I can, max it out, do exactly what I can. Mill factories, population, everything. And then I'm going to go after the Russians. The Russians, the Germans and the Russians. Oh my God, it's 1953. I started in 1936. Oh no, it's taken so long. And after another 5 years of grinding away, China and India has collapsed. We have finally finished our growth period. If we come over to our recruit deploy, we have a max cap of 416, which is delicious, which means we have enough in the bank to rival the Germans. Maybe not the Germans and all their allies, but still the Germans. I'm going to build up and kind of prepare for the Germans now, and hopefully we can take them on and defeat them. However, I do have a plausible question. The Japanese are in the German faction, but the Japanese are guaranteeing my independence. So does that mean when I go to war with Germany, the Japanese are not going to attack? Or are they still going to attack anyway? I don't know how that one works. I'm still going to put troops on the border and prepare for a Japanese invasion, but if I can, I'm just going to take on the Germans with no Japanese resistance. That'd That'd be fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time in the year of 1961. You know what? No. Editor me, cut the music. It is time to spill blood for the motherland. It is time for Russian justice. It is time for Russian reclamation. The justification of Akmalinsk for the Russian Empire is finished. And thanks to the help of Google Translate and a badass national anthem. Are you ready? That was probably really bad. But you get the point. Charge for the motherland. Let's go. And just like that, it has begun. The blood is spilling. The green is growing. The declaration with the UK for non-aggression is acting. The Japanese have not come to us because they have our guarantee of independence. Life is good. I'm hoping that stays the same. The Germans shall fall. The Russians shall reclaim their rightful territory. And the flag will reign high over Moscow. Let's go, Russia. Let's do this. And there you see, we are halfway through the country. Things are looking good. Things are pushing well. We've conceded a lot of losses here. We're walking away with 2 million losses so far, but the Germans have taken 1.4 million losses directly from us. So it's nearly tit for tat. It is nearly tit for tat. It probably hurts a little bit more, but technically I've killed 100,000 more of them than they have of me. Also, we are halfway through. This has been painful. I kind of got stuck in Kazakhstan for a little bit simply because of no supply, but it's okay because European supply is only around the corner. And then lastly, defending from naval invasions has been an absolute pain in the rear because they keep going for Thailand, they keep going from down here in the good old lands of Malaysia, and they keep trying to land over here in my capital using the Japanese and Chinese ports. It's a little bit inconvenient, but not to worry, we are nearly there in 62. I'm hoping this can all be done by 1970. It's optimistic, but a man can dream. And finally, in 1965, the Russians finally capitulate. We've managed to take them down. The Germans have nothing left. I literally got everyone in a pocket over here in Latvia, and I've just taken them out. This is like the last remaining part. Go on, push them, finish them, please. We've managed to do a lot of damage to them. As you can see, how many divisions do they actually have? 22. I have wiped them down to 22 units. I got them all pocketed up here, and they kept doing naval invasions down here in India, so I'd let them land, take the port, and then wipe them back out. We've managed to chip away, and there is nothing left. I'm literally just going to steamroll my way through, get myself all the way to Berlin, end this godforsaken war, and go home. Just end it. End the suffering, please. You know, just when I thought I finally found peace. We had done well, we had eaten all of Germany, they're about to collapse when we take down Lutzburg or Letzburg, then all we need to do is just do Britain and France. And it was game over. Do that and it's finished. Nope, the Dutch had to call in the Japanese. The Japanese are now part of it, which means so is China, which means now I need to deal with all of this, which I was really hoping not to. Which means I now need to finish off and take down the Dutch Reich, the French puppet, the Japanese, and the British. Why? Leave me alone. It's 1965. I started in 36, bro. It's been 30 years. Ironblood, bro. I did this for you. I did this for you. I need your appreciation, brother, because this is commitment. I'm more committed to you than a man is to marriage. And after what feels like eternity, I have finally landed on Britain's shore. There was a little bit of a scuffle pushing them out of place, but luckily we managed to land it. We've got control of the channel. The air is doing bits, and I keep attacking Japanese ships here. Why is the Japanese here? Where are the Brits? Where are the Germans? I know the Germans capped, but surely that wasn't the last of them. I wonder what's going on here. Something's afoot. But we're doing okay. We're doing all right. We've secured Korea. Now it is literally just a matter of preparing to take down Japan. After mainland Japan goes, I can finally be at peace, and I cannot wait. It's nearly done. It's nearly there. And it's finally time. We finally landed on the shores of Japan just outside Osaka thanks to my massive amounts of air support, of which I'm probably going to drag my last extra bits over for added effect. I need to decimate the landing spot so I can just please get in. I'll do anything. Just let me in. And just like that, Mother Russia has landed on the shores of Japan. I'm going to send my troops en masse across the map, across the island. I will do anything to finish this, and it is being finished today, right now. No more. I have been filming this video, guys, and I kid you not, I've been filming this video for 4 days. I started in 36. It's 66. I've been playing this campaign for 30 years. Don't get me wrong, I like HOI just as much as the next guy, but there is a limit to how much I can grind and how much I can play before my sanity starts to slowly disappear bit by bit. So let's just get this done, get this wrapped up, and bring Ironblood wish and make it come true. And ladies and gentlemen, it is finally done. It is finally finished. Russia and Germany has capitulated. I'm going to do my peace treaty, do my mission of freeing the peoples of the world of this Valkist filth, and then I'm going to end it there. Yes, I can continue my tree and then go down that line and then they're like, oh, claim Moscow and blah blah blah, but we're way past that now. We're 30 years in the future. I don't think it really matters. So I'm going to go ahead, do what I need to do, and I'll see you in the peace treaty. Okay, and there is your final peace treaty. Now, it does look like I've eaten everything, but that's not permanent because it kind of glitched out. Again, I'm playing on old HOI. I mean, this is before we got the new updated peace conferences, so it's a little bit of a mess, but do not stress yourself because we're going to finalize by releasing our occupied territories as our puppets. So Denmark, we're going to return their territory, just like so. The Dutch Reich, well, think about that one. Release nation, game rule. Countries can never release nations. I can't release nations? I can only return territory? Really? Oh, okay then. Well, I guess I'll return the territory to those of whom I can, but releasing nations doesn't seem to be a thing that I am able to do. That kind of threw a spanner into my plan. Oops. Okay. Oh dear. And after releasing or returning territory, this is kind of where we're left off at the moment. We do have a French Republic. We do have a UK. However, Russia owns Wales, Cornwall, and Scotland and Ireland. Don't ask me why. The mod's a little weird. But this is our peace treaty. This is the end. This is where things close off. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, don't forget to, of course, leave a like and subscribe. Please, I beg you, just like the video, if only for the fact of I've played this for more than 30 years. This has been such a giant time sink. And it was worth it to some extent. It was quite fun to some extent. And I quite enjoyed it. I think the only thing that really threw me out of it was the fact of how long it really took me to get things done. But outside of that, this was fun. It was a good suggestion. I really appreciated it. I really appreciate the suggestion. Thanks to Ironblood once again. And yeah, I think this is probably where I'm just gonna let things lie. Russian Empire, there we go. We've installed a government. These guys are all our puppets, as you can see. It's a good day to be Russian. But yeah, again, thank you very much for watching, guys. All the love in the world, and I'll see you in the next video I do. Till then, all the best, and I'll catch you next time. Ta-da!